time for a midday fix of facts and spicy stuff.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
Also hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is The Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you.
And today we will still be checking on communities that were battered by Super Typhoon Uwan. Many areas are still rebuilding and trying to get normalcy back into their lives.
Yes, I unfortunately, we've heard also in the statistics, Mai, that there's an increase in the casualties brought upon by that previous typhoon. What about Tino? Do we know anything about Tino?
Well, the death toll has risen to more than 200. We all know the worst hit was the province of Cebu and also Negros. But also, most unfortunate, there are still more than 100 people who are missing. And the typhoon, if you remember, Typhoon Tino hit 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And there's been news online. Negros is saying we're forgetting about them. Because everybody's just posting Cebu. And so Negros is saying we also got hit just as bad.
Yes.
You know, it's as if that Philippines can't seem to catch a break. I heard also that this is not the last of it. We're expecting, Mai, is it right? Around at least 2 more typhoons coming in our way before the year ends.
Well, we hope that doesn't develop into something as devastating as the
Yes, we are
previous.
hoping they won't be major typhoons. But yes, you're right, Chal. The Philippines is expecting normally on the average like 20 to 24 typhoons per year.
Yes, but you know what? As Monique said yesterday, Bilyonaryo News Channel actually has a donation portal on our official websites. Please make sure it's official. And anyway, but we have news coming from obviously our great Juan Ponce Enrile, who is unfortunately in the ICU at the moment.
And his daughter
Katrina
came out
Ponce
with
Enrile
a statement this
came
morning.
out with an official statement, and I had asked her if it's all right for me to read it on air, and she's giving me authority to do so. And I quote, "My father, Juan Ponce Enrile, remains in the ICU where he is currently being treated for pneumonia. He is under the dedicated care of his attending physicians and medical staff for providing him with the best possible treatment and attention. We are deeply grateful for the concern, prayers, and support extended to our family during this time. Thank you very much." And end quote, that is from Katrina Ponce Enrile. So if you're hearing stories,
Seeing things online
yes,
as well. A lot of those.
we just please make sure that we respect the family's wishes for privacy, and not only that, for their official statements on the status of former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile. And we are praying very hard that he pulls from this and that we can see him for a few more birthdays, which we celebrate quite jovially because, he is 103 years old, so which is amazing. So,
And also a gentle reminder, if you receive information that is not verified, please do not share it.
yes.
But in lighter news, guys, we have Piolo Pascual here later on the show. But we also have a Piolo verse that's happening because actually Piolo Pascual met Piolo Pacquiao, aka Eman Bacosa. It finally happened.
Face to face.
Oh yeah, they were showing
Into the
clip.
Piolo verse.
So, to our viewers out there, please comment and let us know, do they really look alike now that they're side to side? What do you guys think? Do they look alike ba?
There are certain angles of Eman.
There's angles.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm actually, ladies, I didn't tell you this earlier, but I did message Emma.
Wow, did he agree to come on the show?
He has not answered me yet. So, Emma, kung nanonood ka ng show, tinext kita. So, I hope you can come on so we can talk about your amazing journey and for us to get to know you better.
We wish you all the success, Eman, and I'm so happy you got to meet the Piolo Pascual.
Papa P. And you know who else met Papa P? Ferdi. But moving on.
We'll have
our
more
time.
about that later on. I'm sure a lot
Yes.
of you guys are excited, but we'll also be meeting a couple who does boudoir photography. So that's Hans and Dana Balibay, and I think it's really beautiful because especially for the women out there, if you want to celebrate your body, this is it, listening.
Yeah, and also, guys, there's a new movie apart from Wicked coming up soon. Toy Story 5.
I'm so excited!
Oh my God! I'm so excited for Wicked.
I love
The
Toy
five?
Story.
No, but Toy Story 5 is coming up, and there's a new toy that we're gonna talk about later during. Actually, that's your entertainment
We're
segment.
going to be meeting.
So tune in. There's a
I
new
am
toy showing
So
up.
excited for that. So don't miss those
Ah,
stories.
look at that! Oh my gosh!
Of course, you know, we grew up with this.
Yes, this is a beloved
My kids
franchise.
did.
Yes.
Yes, all our kids
Oh,
love
the
it. We
potato
love
heads
it.
and Jessie. Guys, I was Jessie for Halloween before. I loved her that
I just want to know, where's Andy? Is he still there?
Andy forgot about
Oh, is it over? Oh no, but anyway, you
Oh,
know,
that's a new toy.
folks, it came out now. Folks, you know what's really amazing about the Daily Dish is a lot of people come up to me or they text me that, you know, although we do have, you know, breaking news and hard news read by Mai, and we also have amazing guests that come on the show too, and they like it because it's light and they say, you know, it makes their day. So congratulations, guys.
Yes,
But-
and
I'm
I'm
glad.
so glad they are making us their lunchtime companion. So thank you so much for
Yes,
that.
yes, but I need to make a shout out to Tita Katrina Ponce and Rila, Chris Ka, and Cara. Our thoughts are with you.
All right,
But
stay
Maya.
tuned for those stories. It is a jam-packed show, but first, the headlines. In today's headlines, civil defense officials say the death toll due to Super Typhoon Juan has risen to 27. As communities start to rebuild, power remains unstable in some parts of northern Luzon. Former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson reiterates his call for President Bongbong Marcos to resign. He also suggests the Supreme Court to take over if and when that happens. Piolo Pascual teams up with a Diamond star, Maricel Soriano, for the movie Meet, Greet, and Buy. Catch our conversation with the ultimate heartthrob later on the show. And we put the spotlight on a type of intimate photography that captures sensuality, beauty, and confidence. We speak to Boudoir photographers Hans and Dana Balibay live. Our top story, we're still covering the aftermath of Super Typhoon Juan, which ravaged many parts of Bicol and northeastern Luzon. The death toll is rising as communities scramble to recover. State disaster officials report the number of dead has climbed to 27, with 2 others still missing and 36 more were injured across several regions. Pag-asa says Juan is forecast to briefly re-enter the Philippine area of responsibility this afternoon before making landfall in southern Taiwan tonight. Signal number 1 remains hoisted in Batanes and the northwestern portion of the Babuyan Islands. Meanwhile, the Visayas is still reeling from Typhoon Tino, which slammed into the region 2 weeks ago. Tino left 232 people dead and more than 500 others injured. The NDRRMC also says 112 are still missing after Tino dumped torrential rains and caused flash floods in large parts of the Visayas, with Cebu being worst hit. After a series of typhoons and flooding that struck the country, the government and the private sector are teaming up to launch Oplan Contra Baha, a massive flood prevention drive aimed at clearing waterways and removing illegal structures, which is expected to reduce flooding by up to 60%. Ivy Reyes is live from Parañaque City. Ivy, what can you tell us?
Mai, as the administration launched Oplan Contra Baha, a scaled-up flood prevention program of the government and private corporations, informal settlers are at risk of displacement as the large-scale cleanup drive seeks to remove all illegal structures. This includes houses built around creeks and flood control projects that contributed more harm than good. We spoke with Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon this morning, and he said that Quezon City has already identified structures that aren't really doing its purpose. Starting today until June of next year, Oplan Contra Baha will run on over 2 billion peso worth of budget and equipment sponsored by private corporations like Bilyonaryo Ramon S. Ang's San Miguel, Enrique Razon's Prime Infrastructure, and Manny V. Pangalinan's Metro Pacific. The project will cover 120 waterways in the metro, with 30 of these waterways considered critical by DPWH. By next year, Oplan Contra Baha will expand to other regions, especially in highly urbanized cities like Bacolod and Cebu. According to the president, this project will reduce flooding by as much as 60%. Now, the clearing and dredging operations will remain consistent to prevent clogging waterways. In Caingin, Bulacan alone, consistent cleaning and dredging since July led to 0 flooding incidents in the North Luzon Expressway or NLEX, and for 9 consecutive months. This operation will remain in effect so that when the rainy season comes in July or June of 2026, flooding will not be as bad. Meanwhile, one problem the president pointed to is that these equipment have been reserved since 2018, meaning they have never been used as the government was preserving them for the big one. According to President Marcos, the country's flooding problem is as big as an emergency as the projected quake. Meanwhile, DPWH confirms that from these stalled units, they have deployed 10,000 trucks, loaders, and dredging equipment for this project. This project is going to take quite a while, but according to PBBM, with the help of the private sector, they're expecting positive results next year. As you can see behind me, there are backhoes here, some of which are from the World Bank's reserved equipment for the big one, and some are supplied by Ramon S. Ang's San Miguel Corporation. Mai.
Thank you. Ivy Reyes joining us live from Parañaque City. Former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson says stepping down would be the best option for President Bongbong Marcos. On Bilyonaryo News channels at the forefront, Singson claims PBBM does not have the capacity to withstand the intense scrutiny amid the rampant corruption in government. Singson also says President Marcos cannot wash his hands clean over the multi-billion peso flood control scandal since he's the one who signed the 2025 General Appropriations Act.
Kaya I suggest to the President na mag-resign na bago mumurahin lahat ng buong bansa. Baka mas masahol pang abutin niya kaysa inabot ang mga parents niya. He should resign already dahil hindi niya kayang habuakan niya sa dami ng batikos. Nagkamali siya eh. He trusted a lot of people na puro kalokohan ginagawa. This is only one issue. Almost all departments in his government may issue grabbing corruption. So my advice to him is for him to resign, let the Supreme Court be the caretaker. Very honorable ang gagawin niyang mag-assign. Lahat ng mga tao nakakamali eh. Nobody's perfect. I think that's the best thing for him to do.
Climate change is here and the experts have a plan. They say nature-based approaches could finally give our cities a fighting chance. Pierre Pastor is live from Quezon City for more on this story. Pierre, go ahead.
Yes, Mai, I'm here in UP and I'm with the experts, with scientists, with urban planners and architects. They are talking about nature-based solutions to flood that are sustainable and long-term. This ongoing controversy on flood control projects underscores the need for an effective science-based flood management because there's no stopping the rains and so the floods. The climate change is already here, the heavy raining is already here, so we need to have solutions ASAP. One of the promising solutions that I heard in the forum is the making of underground water tanks to be placed in flood-prone areas. So every time it rains, water will go to these tanks. And this will be used for cleaning, washing, watering plants, among other things. These tanks or cisterns can be built under basketball courts in highly urbanized areas, while in large areas, we can also have larger detection cisterns. According to Dr. Nathaniel Von Ayan-Sidel of the Philippine Institute of Environmental Planners College Fellow, the dikes o itong mga dike that we have is an old school approach already, although they can work hand in hand with the nature-based solutions. He also added that these nature-based initiatives have been presented many times to concerned government agencies but was never given attention.
It can be used, and this is one of the nice things about nature-based solutions, which is one of the things that's going to be discussed in this symposium. It's not just a matter of getting rid of water, it's also how you can use it. Because, you know, we do have climate change also brings about drought. And so we have certain areas in the Philippines that have problems of lack of water during the summer months. And so this water, the flood water that can be kept in the underground cisterns, can be used as water supply.
And like the UK, Singapore, Canada, Poland, and New Zealand, experts says it is possible for us in the Philippines to have rain gardens too. In building infrastructure, there must be provisions for rainwater storages, and for already old infrastructures, maybe they could put water redirection system where rainwater can be used in many other ways and of course should be properly absorbed by the soil. While we are fighting corruption due to the flood control projects, and while these experts are planning for the nature-based solution, we can already do our little thing in mitigating flood, like declogging our drainages and also protecting our mangroves and watersheds and planting more trees. Mai?
It's always good to hear from the experts. Thanks, Pierre. Pierre Pastor there reporting live from Quezon City. In other news, the family of former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile is grateful for all the prayers and messages of support as the patriarch remains in the ICU battling pneumonia. Hannah T is joining us from Makati for the latest. Hi, Hannah. What can you tell us?
My chief presidential legal counsel and former Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile remains in the ICU and is being treated for pneumonia, according to his family. His daughter Katrina said that Enrile is under the dedicated care of his attending physicians and medical staff who are providing him with the best possible treatment and attention. The family expressed gratitude for the concern, prayers, and support extended to them during this difficult time. Yesterday, Senator Jinggoy Estrada told the Senate that Enrile was reportedly in critical condition with slim chances of survival. Members of the Senate offered prayers for him after this news. Journalist Ramon Tulfo posted online that as of 9:08 p.m. last night, November 11, Enrile was still alive, and according to his son, Jack, he may go anytime soon. Enrile is one of the country's longest-serving politicians. He served under the administration of former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. as Justice Secretary and Defense Minister, and later broke away from the dictatorship in 1986. He went on to serve 4 terms in the Senate, became Senate President from 2008 to 2013. Despite controversies, including his 2014 arrest over the pork barrel scam, he remained active in public life and was acquitted of all remaining graft charges just last month. As of this hour, Enrile's family is requesting privacy as they continue to monitor his condition. Mai?
Our thoughts and prayers with the Enrile family. And also it's very important, Hannah, to give out the correct information out there. And speaking of correct information, there are conflicting reports regarding the real age
of former Senator Enrile. Do you have verified information on this? How old is he really?
As for his age, official government records actually list him as 101 years old, but documents from the Aglipayan Church in Cagayan, where he was born, indicate he was born on June 22, 1922, which would make him 103 years old. And we also asked Miss Katrina Ponce Enrile which age their family recognizes, and she said her father is 103 years old. That's the birth date that their family uses. Back to you, Mai.
All right, 103 years old. Thank you. Hannah T reporting to us live from Makati City. It is back to business for the province of Aurora following the onslaught of Super Typhoon Uwan. Many areas like Dipaculao, Dinalungan, and Kasiguran have been cut off after Uwan made landfall last Sunday. Ian Maghanoy is joining us for the latest. Hi Ian, I understand the coastal road going to those areas have been reopened last night, but there's a lot of rebuilding to be done. Tell us about the communities there, especially there are also beach resorts. How are they coping?
By the tourism activities here in Baler in the province of Aurora is now back today after being battered by Super Typhoon Uwan. Tourists, residents, and fishermen are now allowed to enjoy the Sabang Beach, the so-called birthplace of Philippine surfing. This comes after the local government unit of Baler have lifted yesterday the strict prohibition of swimming protocols in the beach as its safety measure at the height of the typhoon, which have affected nearly 3,000 residents situated off the shoreline and flood-prone areas. Local tourism chief Riza Del Rosario told Bilyonaryo News Channel that everyone is now welcome to enjoy the beach as local delicacies and local stalls have likewise resumed their livelihood with an anticipation of increased local revenues due to an upcoming World Surf League, Baler International Pro 2025, and Baler Surf Festival International Competition here on the tentative dates on November 17 to 23. Over 20,000 tourists are expected to arrive here to support the said international surfing competition through the initiative of Baler Tourism Office. Mai?
All right, thank you for that update. Ian Maghanoy reporting to us from Aurora. Moving on to other stories, this time in Bulacan, the Provincial Police Office maintains that the policeman from Caloocan who was killed after robbing a convenience store in Marilao was not a case of mistaken identity. The Bulacan Provincial Director says new evidence gathered has led to new clues linking the suspect to other similar crimes. Andrea Salve is on the line for this story. Andrea?
The Bulacan Provincial Police Office is now probing the involvement of Police Captain Ronnie Sarto in other robbery cases in the province. Sarto is the Assistant Chief of the North Caloocan City PNP's Investigation Section who was killed in an encounter after allegedly robbing a convenience store in Marilao, Bulacan on Monday evening. Evidence shows that Sarto was allegedly involved in a series of robberies from January to April 2025, targeting coffee shops and gasoline stations in Marilao and San Jose del Monte. CCTV footage reveals that before Monday's incident, the suspect made a stop in a barangay to change his clothes, except for the pants he was wearing. Authorities also confirmed that prior to being flagged down, Sarto was seen conducting spotting operations to identify his next robbery target. The Bulacan PNP reiterates that it was not a case of mistaken identity. Provincial Director Angel Garciliano says the suspect, who was eventually gunned down by Marilao police, was wearing the same pants and slippers and was riding the exact motorcycle identified by the robbery victims. Investigators recovered the 20,000 pesos stolen from the convenience store with cash-bearing handwritten notes by the cashiers. Authorities also found that the motorcycle used in the crime was registered under Sarto's name, but its plate number had been removed during the robbery. Meanwhile, the National Capital Region Police Office confirms that Sarto had no previous derogatory record within the agency. Background checks, however, indicate that the suspect's outstanding loan debts may have been the motive behind the robbery. Mai?
Andrea, two suspects linked to a series of fast food chain robberies in Bulacan and Pampanga were previously arrested by the PNP Region 3. Now, has the Bulacan police looked into Sarto's possible connection to these cases?
The Bulacan PNP earlier clarified that the suspect acted alone and had no connection or involvement in the fast food chain robberies. Mai.
Thank you for the update. Andrea Salve reporting. Up next, we put the spotlight on a form of photography that seeks to capture not only beauty, but confidence. Boudoir photographers Hans and Dana Balibay will join us live after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
And hello, welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Lights, camera, confidence. Our guests aren't just taking photos, they're also helping people feel unstoppable.
This husband and wife duo seeks to redefine boudoir. We'll know the pronunciation later on. Boudoir photography, one empowering session at a time. Welcome to the Daily Dish, Hans and Dana Balibay.
Thanks, guys. Normally they're behind the camera, so they're not used to being in front of the camera. So this is their first ever interview.
I want to start it off, Mo, with the pronunciation because you were saying earlier on, Hans, that there's two ways to say it. The American way and there's another way. How do we say it? Boudoir, boudoir?
Pag French, boudoir. So,
Pag French, boudoir.
boudoir. In American is boudoir.
Then pag
Boudoir.
Filipino naman.
Boudoir.
Okay, so let's talk about boudoir photography.
Okay.
So, first of all, for our viewers who don't know what boudoir.
Let's go with
and
French.
Sige,
That's what we're
boudoir
used
na
to,
lang.
yes.
Ako nagulo din.
Boudoir.
So, boudoir photography. For our viewers who don't know what it is, what is it?
It's a style of photography din naman siya. It's leaning towards the intimate and sensuality. Parang ano siya, more on intimate, parang more on private, intimate na session.
So just to clarify, it's not porn. It's a form of art. Because some
Art
people,
in
right, when they
photography,
see boudoir, they think, oh, they're naked
actually,
in front of the
that's
camera.
stigma that parang tinatry namin tanggalin within 2 years. So actually, kahit pa paano na-educate namin yung mga tao regarding sa boudoir.
Okay, let's give the elements of a typical boudoir photography. Do you have to be half naked, fully naked? It has to be sexy? It has to be ba a woman? Can men also do it? Can you give the elements to it?
Kami, we usually nagsistick lang kami kung hanggang saan lang yung comfort level ng clients. It doesn't necessarily mean na kailangan naked ka or half naked. Kung hanggang saan lang yung comfortable ka na ipakita, yun lang yung, doon na kami nagwo-work. Hindi na kami, kasi mahirap pagka, if-force mo sila or you'll say na kailangan naked ka, kailangan, kasi makikita sa camera pag hindi sila komportable sa, ang awkward ng mga shots.
Right.
Yan.
I want to go back to what we talked about behind the camera when we were talking in the makeup room. And what we said, boudoir gives empowerment to women. And most people think it's just for bride and grooms, right? But it also is for women who are celebrating milestones in their life, like the story that you mentioned earlier about one of your clients who had a double mastectomy, but before that she went to you guys. So can you talk about that story?
Yeah, meron kaming naging client before. She had her session the day before na ma-admit para sa mastectomy. And then, yun, isa yun sa pinaka-memorable na session namin. Kasi as a couple, then dumating sila, kasama niya din yung husband niya. Actually, yung husband niya yung nag-set ng schedule. Very late notice, parang like 2 days before session niya na. Tapos parang kami that time, hala, nagmamadali, walang planning, ganyan. Yun pala kasi the next day, tatanggalin na yung breast niya.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah,
And
tapos-
this is like a keepsake, no?
Yeah,
For them to have.
parang sabi nung babae, parang nung client namin is, matagal niya ng pangarap kasi nag-30th birthday din siya pero hindi niya nagawa. So, yung husband niya nag-effort para magawa niya bago pa matanggal yung...
Okay, I like that you guys are sharing this because it actually shows to our viewers that this could be someone else's gift for you or a gift for yourself. Because I
Yes.
also heard that women who are celebrating their 40th, their big 50. And if you see actually your page, different size, shapes, and age. Yun yung pinaka-importante doon, and age. So, tell us more of other stories of the reason why women and other people go to you guys to take their photo.
Actually, depende rin sa situation. So, yung iba pag doctors and lawyers, parang ito lang yung time nila maging normal na tao.
Doctors and lawyers?
Yes.
Kasi parang sa day-to-day nila, parang super professional. So pag nandun sila, parang magiging normal na tao sila.
I
Mafe-feel lang
actually
nila.
really love that. Like, it really gives you like a sense of self and empowerment. Like, that's the only time you can be yourself. But I want to know, walk us through the typical session. Because I know, right, when women book this, they have a lot of hesitations. How do you get them comfortable in front of the camera?
Camera. Okay. Mostly before the session, more on kwentuhan lang. Then talk lang at least 30 to 45 minutes.
Before the session. Para
Kanto lang.
comfortable lang din muna
Comfortable.
sila sa amin. Kasi,
Then winawalk namin sa studio.
yan.
So you chat them up first, you make them feel comfortable. You know what I actually want them to do? To get Miss Mai comfortable as she tells the news, and hopefully we see Mai do a boudoir photography also with you guys.
That's actually the goal of this interview.
this whole thing. No, but seriously speaking, in this scene in the Philippines, are we ready? Do you see a lot of people being curious about it? Or are a lot of Filipinos still quite hesitant?
Actually, marami na open.
Actually, yes.
Sobrang dami na open.
When was, what year was that change?
This year.
Just
sobrang
this
dami.
year.
Just this year?
Wow.
Sobrang dami this year.
Yes.
Is it like because of body positivity or...
Siguro, malaking impact din.
Yes, so...
When did you guys start boudoir photography?
last year,
In
March.
practice, 2019.
yeah.
Yung studio.
Yung studio last year lang.
last year lang.
March. Yan.
So
Hindi,
when you...
actually magto 2 years na siya.
Magto 2 years
Two years
na
siya sa March.
next 2026, March.
Oh,
Yan.
wow, congrats. So when you guys started, you guys had a difficult time, right? Maybe probably marketing it since it just
Yes.
Super
happened
hirap
this
kasi
year.
Yes, yes. So,
Private account, lower penthouse yung studio. Then explain ko sa kanya yung boudoir kasi ang hirap explain, hindi rin niya maintindihan.
At first.
Akala niya,
Oh, so it was your art and medium first
Kasi
before
parang
you came in.
Parang
Okay.
akala niya sexy lang, ganyan lang.
Akala niya gusto lang ng asawa ko makikita ng mga sexy na babae. Okay.
So, ayun, parang, kasi ako nahihirapan din talaga ako mag-explain ng bagay-bagay.
But photographer ka before? Or what were you guys doing before this?
Before, kung ano-ano, benta ng kung ano-ano.
So how did you get
Events.
that? How did you get that?
Kasi
spark
before
to
we have,
Photo
grazing table
and photo
grazing-
booth.
and
Yun
photo
yung
booth.
before pandemic.
Love a grazing table.
I guess with artists mo, you know, they really find a way to express themselves. So you could jump from one art form to
Parang
another.
yung
Yes.
nasabi ko nga kanina, pag parang bata ko parang hinahanap mo na yung tool mo, medium mo. Kasi parang pag bata, pag magaling ka mag-drawing, mala Picasso ka na. Di ba? Parang ganun. Or parang pag sa electric guitar, kasi tinry ko rin siya, tapos wala talaga. Then after nun, nag-try na ako ng
Different
working na,
arts,
oo.
different mediums, from music to...
Then sa photography, nakita ko siya. Parang lahat ng category na-try naman.
Sa
From
food,
food,
nag-try siya sa food, and then
Architecture, landscape.
tapos nag-events din siya.
So you guys
before.
think that this is it? You guys found your
kasi pag-
niche and what you guys like to do?
Malalaman mo siya na pag yun pag hindi ka na naubusan na
Ubusan
idea.
ng idea.
This is where it flows already
Yeah.
for you. Okay. Does it help having Dana with you? Kasi of course your subjects are women, and although they are
Before
confident,
kasi,
Ferdi will be the first man.
Sa malaking help din siya talaga. Kasi, yung first namin, kasi no touching kami. So, Danny
Ako yung
nag-help pag
sa mga wardrobes,
function.
parang I help them with their outfits. Tapos, pag may mga poses, ako din minsan yung nag-a-assist. Pero mostly si Hans yung magtuturo din pag hindi nila, may mga times kasi na nahihirapan yung clients, ganyan. And kailangan mong i-touch personally. So ako yung magta-touch kay client para instruct niya lang ako kung paano ayusin si client.
But actually, you know, that's interesting that Hans has Dana here because fun fact, they said that there's actually more male boudoir photographers
oh, so there
than
are.
female.
You've had them.
No,
already.
more photographers, not
Photographers. I thought
No,
clients.
more
Okay.
photographers. So in those situations, how does that work? Because I mean, you guys work well because you're the woman and you can touch them. But typically, where do you draw the line with your client?
parang kasi ngayon, sobrang natural na ng flow namin. Parang hindi ko na masabi. Parang pag nandun na, dire-diretso na siya.
Parang kasing
Yung approach kasi namin, parang more on, parang nasa acting class ka lang.
Parang we tell them na just pretend wala kami dito, just be yourself, the usual thing that you do when you're alone.
Let's pick up on that, Mo. We're talking about the client side, you know. What instructions do you give to them? So you were saying, because a lot of viewers out there, they probably know or don't know about boudoir, but they would want to gain the same confidence when they're being photographed. So what are the stuff or tips that you would have so that they could build that?
Ikaw na lang. Basic. First kasi, basic poses lang. As in, from start to finish, yun na lang talaga yung gagawin mong poses. Then parang kasi pag mag-start ng session, nagkikwento lang ako eh. Papaharap ko sa mirror, then magkikwento ako na magkikwento. Parang tuloy-tuloy na siya.
So I have two questions. My first question would be, what is the most, I guess, thematic scene that you guys normally do with a client that they request? And two, typically how old are your clients, like the range?
Parang dramatic yun kay...
Sa age, usually, nag-start kami, mid-20s to early 30s. Yun yung first year namin. But napapunta na kami sa second year, ayan na yung mga mid-30s to 40s. Then recently lang, mga 52, 56,
That's
57.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Celebrating themselves into womanhood.
And the theme that I wanted to ask is like, what story do they normally want to tell through the photography? Like the most, I guess, typical one that you guys get.
Typical. Actually, yung puro mga saddest part.
Most common, birthday boudoir.
Birthday.
Boudoir.
yes.
With a cake and all.
Yeah.
great
We have clients na nagdadala
You're only
talaga
wearing
ng-
a cake. It's like, it's giving Katy Perry.
Yes.
Okay.
It's cute.
Then,
Yung iba
aside
naman-
from birthday boudoir is bridal, as gift to their husband-to-be.
Oh wow, that's sexy. I love
Yes.
that. That's a different way. It's cheaper than a watch.
And the experience kasi, maganda din siya. So, it's a win-win. So, may gift ka kay husband-to-be at the same
And there's
time.
something for you.
Yes.
We have lots of great ideas
Yes,
now.
for
Chal.
you.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna go on a quick break, but we have you guys after the break as well. So hold that thought. We have our conversation still with photographers Hans and Dana Balibay. It will continue after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Our guests today, boudoir photographers Hans and Dana Balibay, still here with us. And I'm
Yes.
loving this whole conversation.
I love it, but I want to put them to the test and see what they can do to us, because I want to see basically how they do from
Oh,
like the
for
start
both
to
of
finish for
us.
both of us?
Okay, we'll give you two scenarios.
How do you make a
Is
story?
about to get married very, very, very soon.
Wow.
And she's been
Congrats.
married
For
and has how many
almost
kids?
close to 18
3?
years. He was my first boyfriend all throughout all my life. So, what would be the peg? Let's start with Bo.
Peg. Actually, mas stick pa rin talaga kami sa concept namin. Then sa peg, mag-add lang tayo ng konting...
Mag-incorporate lang kami.
Incorporate sa personality mo or dun sa ng relationship. Kunyari,
So, based on the personality of Mo,
Personality, yes.
what would you kind of pick up and put?
kasi may mga ano rin kami, questionnaires.
Yes. Before the session.
Can we hear it? Some of it?
Hindi. Sa amin lang. Pang ano
It's
lang.
more intimate kasi.
Yeah, or just give us like one.
One question.
Ask lang kami ng
Actually, simple lang din siya.
ang one question is why? Why did you choose to work with us? And then,
Tapos kung okay ka ba dun sa style namin.
yes.
Then from there, parang unti-unti natin
Sa
ipag-usapan yung
planning yan,
tungkol sa'yo.
na
And
kami ng ideas.
ano ba yung ginagol mo sa shoot na to?
Yes.
Paano ka namin tutulungan na ma-meet yan?
Or may mga restrictions ka
May
ba?
restrictions.
Meron
Wala
ka
pa
bang
akong restrictions.
mga-
All out. Go, baby. Let's do this.
Or meron ka bang insecurities na ayaw mong, gusto mong
Pero
ma-hide
actually,
during the session? Or conscious
Sa
ka
questionnaire,
ba?
ano lang siya, parang casual na tanong lang siya. Pero pagdating doon, hina-highlight pa rin namin yung flaws ng katawan.
Okay, let's
Stretch
talk about
marks.
that. Quote-unquote flaws
Yes.
or scars of war.
Scars,
Like, what are
battle
these types of
scars.
things that you see and that you highlight? Or does it get covered?
Yeah, especially like
Yeah.
women who's done like C-sections. and
Giving
all
birth,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, stretch marks.
Actually, mas gusto namin siyang hina-highlight talaga. Para pag alis mo ng studio, dapat na-embrace
Na-embrace mo na yung
self
flaws mo.
Like
Kasi,
No, but I have to
parang-
hide the pimple. I cannot show. That's not. Ganito.
pimple?
All out naked pero hidden.
Si Chal naman, right? Because she's been married forever. So how would you recreate or create her boudoir to spice things up in her life? I mean, her life is already spicy, but to add just a little bit more spice.
Yun, mag-base din kami dun sa questions. So, parang, kasi more on, pag before ng booking, mas ano kami, nag-take time talaga kami ng makipag-discuss ng details.
So you really have to get to know the client like way ahead of time.
Yes, parang kailangan talaga namin ng time para mapag-usapan.
Ma-establish
no?
din yung
Establish
trust, tapos mabigay niya yung mga goals na parang anong gusto niyang ma-achieve in this session.
Do you use music and lights to kind
Good
of get the
question,
client
yeah.
in the
Yes,
mood?
meron
Because like
kami.
I feel like I'd need like some nice
music,
R&B
some-
music. Like really dim lighting. Because actually Boudoir is known for that, right? You guys play a lot with music.
Meron
Yes,
kaming
may
playlist
playlist kami.
sa studio, but minsan kasi may mga clients na may mas prefer silang artist or sila mismo may sarili silang prepare na playlist
I'd have
for their
Janet
session.
Jackson, definitely,
Yan.
in play.
Actually, mas maganda yung pag yung sa music na pin-repair namin. Kasi pag na-enjoy mo na yung melody, kasi sasabay ka lang naman sa rhythm niya.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this question to Hans. How do you not run out of ideas? Because you're an artist, you're the
Yun nga,
photographer,
parang
and it's a very niche, very
Yeah,
niche
very
artistry. Yeah.
Sobrang, yun nga, parang sabi ko, pag nandito ka na talaga, hindi ka talaga mauubusan. Parang habang nag-session tayo, lalabas at lalabas siya, tapos may isip ako. Kasi minsan, before nag-usap pa lang tayo, in-imagine, nag-visualize na ako. Then, pag nag-usap ka, may gusto ka. Kasi more on, hanggat maaari gusto kong mas yung per session. Kasi pag magbibigay ka ng mood board, magiging lang siya, idea,
Ideas
magiging,
lang.
parang alam ko yung flow ng session, yung limitations
Para
mo.
mag-gauge lang kung hanggang
Kung
saan
hanggang
yung
yung
comfort.
kaya mong i-show na skin. Parang yun lang siya. Pero mas gusto ko original yung poses. Mas gusto ko mas original lahat ng sayo.
Is it always done inside the studio?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What has been the most memorable shoot for you, Hans,
Ay,
that like
mastectomy nga.
that really stood out? Like besides the mastectomy one, since we mentioned that, but like the concept of it that really challenged you.
Siguro pag merong mga client na pumapayag din sa mga
Yung mga artistic,
artistic thingy. So parang kasi, siguro later show ko na lang sa inyo na hindi pwedeng
Nice.
i-show
Yeah,
siya.
yeah, we can't show it obviously.
So parang yun nga sabi ko lagi, parang gusto ko i-feed nyo yung creatives. So ayun. siguro mas yun yung mga memorable na parang pumapayag sila na
Mas natutuwa siya kasi, ayun.
maging totoo yung mga iniisip.
Yeah, that they're very
Yung
open
mga
to
ideas
collaborate.
niya kasi, syempre hindi naman
Kasi
napipili
depende
yung
rin sa tao
clients.
eh. Parang, kunyari, may idea ko, may gusto kang shot na lips details. Parang hindi siya para sa lahat eh.
Yes.
So may eyes, hindi siya para sa lahat. Tapos parang may poses din na hindi para sa lahat. So depende pa rin talaga sa
Right.
Okay, what's next for your studio? Any new themes or even exhibitions, projects?
Parang next namin is
we're
Destination.
planning-
Destination.
Oh,
Yes.
Destination Boudoir?
I want to do one like
By
in
the
the
beach?
Maldives.
Oh, got you. Beach as well.
That's so
Okay.
cool.
So ayun, pinaplan namin siya. May mga
Hopefully
locations
next
na rin
year
kami.
yan.
Hopefully
May
next
mga
year.
inaay na kami ng mga location.
Locations.
Okay, I really want to jump on this really quickly, just one more, because you're husband and wife, right? Was there, what would you advise our viewers working together in such a sensitive, environment? Because you're dealing with women, and a lot of wives, if they hear that their husband is doing that, they tend to get jealous, they get iffy, or ashamed, or whatsoever. How do you do it?
Parang maging professional lang. Tapos din sa relationship naman.
Actually, yung most
Naging
common
questions
question na tinatanong sa akin kung okay lang daw ba sa akin. Kasi nga,
Comfortable, oo.
lagi ko lang din naman sinasabi, I think kung okay yung foundation ng relationship ninyo, it will never be a problem. Kasi kung may trust issue na kayo beforehand, kahit ibang niche or kahit nasa ibang field si Hans, yung paranoia, yung security, hindi mo naman yan makukuha, di ba?
That's actually so true. It all starts with foundation. But now let's move on to the super fun part of our segment, Rapid Fire.
This was also a foundation here at Daily Dish.
It is a foundation
so
here.
we're going to be asking questions, and all you have to do is answer the first thing that comes into mind.
Yeah.
So let's start off with Mo.
We'll start with me, and we will start with Hans. Favorite part of a boudoir shoot?
Favorite part? Actually yung pelvic bone.
Oh my gosh, I love that you said that. I also find that so sexy, whether for men or women. The pelvic bone. Paano
Kita
kung
ba yung
walang-
sa akin?
Paano kung hindi kita
I
yung
was like,
pelvic bone?
no, I'm like, oh no, I have to
Trying
check later.
Everyone's like feeling up their pelvic bone. Oh, I have it. Okay, next question for you, Hannah. Biggest challenge in your work? Working with him? No, just kidding. Go ahead.
That's the easiest.
Biggest
yata.
challenge siguro, yung before nung nagsa-start pa lang ako ng solo session, usually kasi second shooter lang ako. Si Hans yung nag-i-instruct and all. Then ako from the sidelines, mas candid yung nakukuha ko. But then nung nag-start na akong magkuha ng solo sessions, kasi may mga clients na mas comfortable
Prefer women.
women photographer. Ayun, dun ko na na-feel lahat yung weight na yung pagbigay ng poses, paghanap ng angle, and then para maging comfortable din siya. At the same time, lahat, yung framing, everything. Kasi bago pa lang din naman ako sa photography, hindi kagaya ni Han. So, ayun. Yun
It's a
yung
lot.
Naging
All in
challenge
one.
niya
All
sa
in
akin,
one.
yes.
Okay.
And
Hans, what is one word to describe your style, your shoot style?
Siguro dramatic.
Dramatic.
Or artistic or cinematic.
Dramatic. We'll go with that one.
Go
Okay, for
dramatic.
both of you, who's more meticulous with details during a shoot? Oh,
Okay. Okay, let's start with you, Dana. Are you a morning person or a night person?
night.
Night.
Definitely night.
Night na rin tayo.
Okay, so mag-shoot tayo. at
so night session tayo.
Okay, perfect.
Sa gabi. Favorite music to play during a shoot? Your personal favorite for each of you?
Favorite artist ko, si Rai. I don't know if you know that.
Sing it. I know. Okay, right. Okay, is it a slow music? Is it a dance music?
It's-
Parang pang-set siya ng mood.
Yeah.
Mood setter. And for you?
Right.
Actually, favorite namin si Rai and si
Rini.
Rini.
So both of this. Okay.
We gotta get the
I'll take
playlist
note
later.
of this. Yeah.
Well, I think this one, we'll skip the next one because it's asking who's the better photographer.
Or why not?
Or we can ask, who do you think's the better
Siyempre siya.
photographer?
Actually kasi yung setup namin, kaya kami dalawa, different perspective eh. So para mas ma-appreciate mo yung photos mo kasi parang ako yung more on nakaharap sa'yo, then siya yung... Kasi ang ang sa atin parang hindi masyadong underrated yung second shooter. So ako, ang pinapagawa ko sa kanya, para ma-appreciate lalo nila yung second
Yung
perspective.
sa akin kasi mas candid yung nakukuha ko na shots eh.
Okay, you know, when you say second shooter, that's also beautiful and it works well with Boudoir because it's like my voyeuristic aspect coming from the sides. Okay, last two questions. This one I want. If you have 1 billion pesos, what would you do with it? You first.
Siguro set up ng magandang studio.
Set up na magandang studio. Okay, for you.
Siguro, ganun din.
Maraming camera nun. 1
Yes.
billion.
Hindi, yung
Marte kami
studio.
Mahal
Siguro
kami sa
talaga.
setup. Wala lang kami budget.
Okay. Love the answer.
Okay, our last question. If you guys have to serve a daily dish every day, what would it be?
Sorry?
If you have to serve a daily dish every day, what would it be?
Yung everyday na pinapost natin.
Siguro,
Boudoir photos.
Boudoir photos.
Kasi everyday nagpo-post kami sa each account namin. Ng
Random photos.
random
So, depende sa
photos
mood.
From different sessions. Yan.
Parang
Of
depende
course,
sa-
with the
depende
permission
sa-
of the client.
Right.
Yeah.
Parang depende sa inspiration ng last
Serving us
session.
boudoir photos every day. That is
I
so
love
you.
that. Well,
Yeah.
before we let you guys go, do you guys want to tell our viewers where they can find you?
Sa IG na lang.
Instagram account lang kami meron.
Which is?
And what's your Instagram
Alician
handle?
Space or Boudoir by Hans.
Yes.
Or the
Nice.
second shooter.
Or the second shooter.
I love the second
Then yung
shooter.
website.
Well, thank you
Or-
guys for coming. This is their first ever TV interview. And I
Yes.
think
You did
they
well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Yes.
us.
That was photographer, boudoir photographers, Hans and Dana Balibay. We have more stories for you right after this quick break, only here on The Daily Dish. Stay right there. Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Cagayan is one of the areas badly hit by Super Typhoon Uwan. Now, the mayor of Tuguegarao City is making some clarifications on a statement she made at the height of the Super Typhoon. Dexter Ganibe is on the phone. Dexter, I heard there has been some backlash about what the mayor said. Give us the context here. What's the background and what is the mayor saying now?
Yes, Mai. Tuguegarao City Mayor Mai stands firm on the statement she made before the onslaught of Super Typhoon Uwan on the evacuation and rescue operations for animals. Mayor Tinke clarified in Politico Nightly interview that her statement online was taken out of context and only highlighted the part where she said that farm animals and pets can be replaced. Mayor Tinke said a supporter of her rival politician did it maliciously and she is now considering legal action. She calls on netizens to know the full story first before diving into conclusion and bashing her.
Yes, kung may mali doon sa nasabi, naging sa tingin nyo na-hurt kayo. But ang hinihingi lang po din namin, alamin po muna natin kung bakit din kami nagsasalita ng ganon. Kasi lives are lost. Lives are lost, no? We are not comparing. What we are doing is pointing out instead that people are important.
Yes.
And
Well
their
said,
life means something. Yun lang po yun. Sana isipin din bago mag-judge, bago kami murahin.
Mayor admitted that they still have to improve the evacuation centers to include areas for farm animals and pets, but pointed out that even without such area, the LGU is not barring farmers and for parents to bring their farm animals and pets to the evacuation center, and the LGU provides food for the animals. Mai?
Well, Dexter, we've still seen many pets left behind. Can the fur parents who abandoned their pets during calamities be held accountable?
Yes, Mai, it is stated under Section 6 of the Republic Act number 8485 or the Animal Welfare Act of 1998 that it shall be unlawful for any person to neglect to provide adequate care, sustenance, or shelter. And this provision of the law must also be reiterated for the LGU to provide a shelter for farm animals and evacuation centers in times of calamity. But some LGUs are already providing a space for animals, as this might be a reason for some farmers for not heeding the calls to evacuate. Mai?
All right, thank you. Dexter Ganibe reporting. In world news, U.S. lawmakers are back in Washington after a 53-day break, hoping to end the nation's longest ever government shutdown. The House will vote on a funding deal already passed by the Senate. If approved, it will reopen federal agencies that were closed since October 1 and fund the government until January 30. President Trump is expected to sign it, saying the country should never have been closed. The 42-day shutdown has grounded flights, delayed paychecks, and hurt low-income families. Relief could come soon, but normal operations may take days to restore. Democrats remain split after losing a push to extend healthcare subsidies, with another vote expected in December. President Trump is threatening legal action against the BBC over its editing of his 2021 speech on the day of the Capitol riot. Trump's lawyers demand a retraction, an apology, and at least $1 billion in damages, calling the edits false and defamatory. The BBC's Panorama program spliced clips to suggest Trump incited violence, leaving out parts where he urged supporters to march peacefully and patriotically. The controversy led to the resignations of BBC Director General Tim Davie and News Chief Deborah Turnus. BBC Chair Samir Shah has apologized for the edits but denied systemic bias. In Brazil, California Governor Gavin Newsom took the global stage at the COP30 Climate Summit, promising that his state will keep leading the way on green technology and blasting President Trump's climate policies. Speaking in the Amazon city of Belém, Newsom called Trump's decision to roll back climate action dumb. He warned it gives China an edge in the fast-growing clean energy market. He said California will stay the course on renewable energy, describing climate change as a non-partisan issue.
China, they're not interested in this debate. They are flooding the zone, and they're going to dominate in the next great global industry. So I'm here as well from an economic prism. The United States of America is dumb as we want to be on this topic, but the state of California is not. And so we are going to assert ourselves, we're going to lean in, and we are going to compete in this space. But we can't do that without all of you.
Newsom also criticized Trump's order to reopen offshore drilling in California, calling it, quote, dead on arrival. He raised concerns over U.S. military strikes on suspected drug vessels in the Caribbean, saying they lack transparency.
What's fascinating to me, you may have seen this, he wants to open offshore oil drilling, and he intentionally aligned that to opening of COP.
The California governor, often seen as a potential 2028 presidential contender, met with international delegates and climate officials at the summit with the world's fourth largest economy. Newsom said California intends to keep shaping energy policy on the global stage. We now go to Australia, where the country's spy chief warns that Chinese state-backed hackers have targeted telecom and critical infrastructure. Australian Security Intelligence Director Mike Burgess says the attacks, led by groups linked to China's government and military, could disrupt the economy if used for sabotage. He revealed cyber espionage cost Australia $12.5 billion last year, including losses in trade secrets and international or intellectual property. Burgess warns a large-scale breach could hit banks, transport, power, and water supplies, stressing that these are not hypotheticals. China's embassy has not commented, but Beijing routinely denies hacking. The mastermind behind a massive Ponzi scheme in China has been jailed in Britain for more than 11 years for laundering billions in cryptocurrency.
Chan Zeman pleaded guilty to 2 money laundering charges after British police seized over 61,000 Bitcoin, now worth nearly £5 billion, in one of the largest crypto seizures ever. Between 2014 and 2017, Chan ran an investment fraud through her company, conning nearly 130,000 investors out of roughly $5.6 billion.
The success of this investigation has depended on partnerships with the Crown Prosecution Service, the National Crime Agency, and overseas law enforcement partners. We work closely with the Chinese authorities. Before the defendants entered guilty pleas, Chinese police officers were due to testify live in a UK court for the first time, and 18 victims were due to give evidence via video link. Today's outcome sends a clear message. Criminal assets are not safe in the UK.
Her accomplices helped convert the stolen cryptocurrency into cash. Tracking the flow of Bitcoin eventually led police to Chan in York, Northern England, where she was arrested in April last year.
A new era is about to begin in Dallas as the Mavericks fired their controversial general manager, Nico Harrison. Harrison's dismissal follows a disappointing start to this season. The Mavericks say Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi will serve as co-interim general managers as the team begins a comprehensive search for a permanent replacement. Harrison's 4-year tenure in Dallas included a blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers earlier this year. Harrison defended his decision amid criticism, calling it a, quote, necessary evolution. Meanwhile, in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz remains on track to wrap up 2025 as the best in the world. The Spanish sensation defeated Taylor Fritz of the U.S. in a 3-set thriller at the ATP Finals. Carlitos is set to face Italy's Lorenzo Musetti. He is guaranteed a year-ending world #1 title if he can just get one more win.
Everyone's favorite toys are back in action. Pixar just dropped the first teaser for Toy Story 5, giving fans a sneak peek at how Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and the rest of the gang are holding up in the age of new technology. The clip introduces a brand new character, Lilypad, a frog-shaped smart tablet that's shaking things up for the classic toy crew. Title cards flash across the screen reading, "The age of toys is over." Despite the digital drama, one familiar tune reminds fans that some things never change. You've got a friend in them. Toy Story 5 hits theaters on June 19, 2026, continuing the legacy that began back in 1995. And speaking of legends returning to the spotlight, one iconic heroine is making her own comeback. This time on the London stage, Katniss Everdeen brings rebellion to London this week as the Hunger Games makes its world stage debut. Irish playwright Conor McPherson has adapted Susan Collins' first novel, the story that sparked a global phenomenon and turned Oscar winner Jennifer Lawrence into a symbol of defiance. Actor Mia Carragher steps into the role of Katniss, a young woman forced to fight for survival in deadly game created for the capital's entertainment. She says she drew inspiration from Lawrence's portrayal, but brought her own spark to The Girl on Fire. Previews for the show kicked off in October 2025, and the show officially opens in its doors on November 12. Get ready, Manila. The legendary alternative rock band Pixies are coming to town in May 2026, and fans are buzzing with excitement. Known for their signature quiet, loud, quiet sound, surreal lyrics, and iconic hits like Where Is My Mind, the Pixies promise a night of unforgettable energy and nostalgia. For Filipino fans, this show is especially exciting. Lead guitarist Joey Santiago was born in Manila, making this a homecoming of sorts for the band's unmistakable sound. Since their formation in 1986, the Pixies have influenced countless artists from Nirvana to Radiohead. And now it's our turn to experience their legendary live performance. Tickets go on sale starting on November 13.
Even after being rocked by earthquakes and battered by typhoons, nothing can dim the Filipino Christmas spirit. And this year, New Star Resort and Casino Cebu is spreading a little extra sparkle, lighting up the season with a message of hope and renewal. Our G. Baroga has the story.
Cebu was among the provinces hardest hit by calamities this year. From the 6.9 magnitude earthquake in September to back-to-back storms Tino and Uwan. But the province is bouncing back, and helping light the way is New Star Resort and Casino Cebu, highlighting the power of community and compassion. Their Christmas tree lighting ceremony this year comes with the theme Pearl of the Holiday Season. According to New Star Chief Operating Officer Sean Knights, the pearl symbolizes something that comes together under pressure, resilience, and beauty. And the most important?
The resilience part is important because of what we as a province have undertaken or undergone over the past month. The coming together of the community, the contribution that New Star has made in that regard, but also the optimism that I'm starting to see coming back to the province and to Cebu City is remarkable.
The holiday spirit here in Cebu is in full swing as New Star Resort and Casino lights up its Christmas tree with stars of hope, peace, love and joy, and of course, New Star. Executives from New Star shared these stars with children from their chosen beneficiary, the Children of Cebu Foundation. The New Star, placed by Knights, stands for Cebu's collective optimism for the future. Even with slower tourism numbers, it has been a good year for New Star, and they're staying focused on their mission to boost tourism in the region. Knights adds that it takes teamwork with stakeholders and the local and national governments to make that vision a reality.
We're not a lone star. Yeah, we're part of a broader galaxy. We like to play a part in that because together we can drive enhanced tourism to this region, which then starts to uplift the broader community.
For Knights, the holiday season is a special time for New Star. It's a chance for families to come together, celebrate, and make memories through food, laughter, and connection. And with New Star, it's not only about helping Cebu recover, but helping the entire nation rise again. G. Baroga, Bilyonaryo News Channel, Cebu City.
And up next, Piolo Pascual shares the screen with Maricel Soriano as Meet, Greet, and Buy hits local cinemas today. Catch our conversation with the ultimate heartthrob after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Want to take control of your financial future? Your journey to financial freedom starts here. From budgeting basics to building wealth and everything in between.
I'm China Barachina. Let us explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
I'm Robert Tan. Here we uncover the stories and strategies of how money really moves.
4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. Star Cinema's latest offering, Meet, Greet, and Buy, is now showing in your favorite movie theaters. I had an exclusive interview with one of the film's stars, Piolo Pascual. Let's watch this. We are with the main man himself, Mr. Piolo Pascual. Thank you so much for giving us some time on your busy schedule to talk about this really impactful movie.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so this movie has so many angles to it. Meet, Greet, and Buy has. OFW stories. It's got a modern family twist to it. There is the health twist to it, and of course, internal battles. Which one of these aspects did you internalize to make sure that the movie and the story comes out?
Everything.
Really?
Everything is part and parcel of the entire story.
Stage 4. All the more that we need to do chemo ASAP.
Of course, I relate so much to the OFW story for my character because he starts out as a balikbayan, which I experienced before. When I lived in the States, so I experienced the OFW life. So it was easy for me to relate with the character. And of course, the family.
Tell me about that. How did you, about your OFW life? What did you do?
Oh gosh, I worked odd jobs. I was probably looking for a job for 3 months until I was able to land a hospital job. I was a clerk. And then on the side, I would moonlight as a security guard at the Shrine for the Oscars because we were living in LA. And I would do sales job, marketing, going from one office to another just to sell promo stuff.
This is so interesting with your experience.
Yeah.
You were doing a clerk job in the hospital as an OFW, and then, can you imagine, decades later, you got a movie something like this?
Yeah, I never saw it coming. When I was there, I thought I was going to live there for good. My mom petitioned us to be in the States, and I didn't even feel that I belonged in the business when I was there because it was too far-fetched to break out in Hollywood back then because first of all you're Asian. So it wasn't even in my dreams to break out in Hollywood. But I would save up money just to do workshops on the side during weekends. So I don't know. I just felt as if I didn't belong there. So that's why I moved back here.
Siyempre, you belong to us.
I belong to the Philippines for sure. I love my country. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just that, you want to be able to represent your country in a bigger way.
Yes.
So,
you mentioned your mom. You're super close to your mom and your family.
Yeah.
So are there any aspects of your family situation that you brought onto this role?
Oh, definitely. Definitely all the issues, the conflicts that come with being with the family as you're growing up, your issues against your mom, your siblings, and all the other factors that make the family either break up or reconcile. I mean, there are so many things that we had to confront in the story that actually it happens in real life.
Yeah.
So we were just mirroring, what really happens in our household. And in terms of conflict within the siblings, I'm the youngest of 6, and growing up we had so much conflict, and it was hard for me because being the youngest, aside from all the hand-me-down clothes, all the utos, you pass it down up to the youngest, so I couldn't complain. So I had a hard time growing up.
It was a given.
It was a given. You cannot answer back to the older sibling kasi sampal ka.
Yeah,
or
you're
palo.
the cute punching bag. Everybody loves you as the bunso. But
utusan. More like utusan, Parang you can't complain. My sister would ask me to get sanitary pads from the store. I'm like, ate, I'm already in high school. Oh, you have no choice.
It made you well-rounded.
Oh, definitely. It kept me grounded for sure.
Yeah,
It kept me grounded for
talking
sure.
about utusan and being able to deal with your sisters and your mom per se, going to the grocery store like that. In this movie, you came home, not knowing, or please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Not knowing that your character's mother was ill.
Yeah. We knew it from before, but it just came back. So we thought she was already cancer-free.
Right.
And the reason why it came back is for something else. There was a different intention.
We'll convince her again. Bakit ba pinipilit mo?
Which we will not divulge.
Oh,
because
definitely.
It's part of the movie. That's why you gotta watch it.
There are things that people actually, they'll find out when they watch it, but they never guessed it, which we're happy about.
Because it's the logical thing to do. Hindi mo lang siya naiintindihan. Wala ka kasi dito.
It was a monkey ranch.
You'll have to watch it.
I
I'm just really happy.
definitely
I'm just really
watch
happy
it.
that people didn't get to guess that. They didn't see that coming.
Mama, sakit?
Dadating siya!
Who's that?
Si Pang Sojun!
Yes, and this is your first time working with the Diamond Star.
I worked with her in Mila 2001, if I'm not mistaken. So about 25 years ago, we
How
were together.
different was your...
I was her love interest, and now
And
she's
then
my
this
mom.
one, this is like the paradigm shift.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But the chemistry was still like that.
Because Inay Maria is a very giving actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she loves what she does. She's very passionate. She has so much to give, and what's good about her is that she's not selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she listens to the director. She's not a know-it-all, and she's there to support us. You know, she doesn't make us feel that she's the diamond star, that she's been in the business the longest time. She's there to show us the ropes, to help us, to support us, and to be a team player. So,
Did you also take a role of mentor with Joshua Garcia and Juan Carlos and Bel Mariano? Because they're normally the kuya.
being the kuya, I didn't have to do that because of the internal conflicts.
Stick together.
Teamwork makes the dream.
For the characters. But off cam, we grew up in the same compound. I mean, you know, as much as they're so much younger than me, I saw them from the time that I started. JK, I've known him since he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua, as soon as he got out of PBB. And Belinda naman was also, you know, in my show before. So there's familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't hard for us to gel, to have that chemistry. But being a mentor and all, I'm not really comfortable about, you know, being a mentor because it gives you certain responsibility. I'm more of like a team player. I'm more of like, I'm there to support you and not to show you how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm still, you know, actually learning and being a student. So I want to be able to learn with them and, you know, just be there to support. And, you know, if they ask, of course, you would be, you would willingly give your 2 cents. But I don't like the idea of spoon feeding. I don't like the idea of having to tell them what to do. You just lead by example.
So does it change like the acting dynamic if you do
Yeah.
But you know, I recently had a conversation with Maricel Soriano, and she mentioned a particular scene to me, which was Josh was bathing her sa banyo. Tapos, andun ka.
Yeah.
Hindi niya maalala kung anong pangalan mo because you're the favorite. Tapos, Joshua was giving you the fallen hair of Maricel on your hand.
Yeah.
And she told me that was so intense that you start to shake. Like it was... Tell me about that experience.
Ah, gosh. What a nightmare. It was a nightmare because, you know, when you're faced with that kind of situation wherein you have to act strong, you have to look strong, and you have to show your mom that everything is good, but inside you're breaking. I was...
Ma?
I was shaking. My body was shaking. My face was just twitching all around.
Yeah.
Ang hirap nung scene wherein you see your mom deteriorating. And it's hard because yun yung nagpalaki sa'yo eh. And then you see her, you know, parang losing everything. We had to do several takes because I just kept on crying.
Yeah, you look emotional right
Yeah,
thinking
it's
about
hard.
it.
But yeah, it's one dreadful moment na talagang, until now it haunts me because parang, what do you do when you're faced with a kind of situation wherein you have to appear strong, you have to look strong, but inside you're dying. You're dying. I mean, you know, to see the, you know, state of your mom. So yeah, it's definitely gonna break your heart when you watch it.
Yeah, but it's a complete raw emotion that you put on the plate.
You always invest in real emotions because if it's not real, if it's not authentic, then it's not gonna come across as sincere. And with this film, it mirrors the society that we live in, so it hits close to home. So even if it hasn't happened to you, the mere thought of having to face that kind of situation, it's real. And yun lang, the hardest part was to not give in to so much emotion because you let the audience feel that for you. But yun nga, like what Inay was saying, I was shaking because I didn't know how to react. And yeah.
That's a beautiful scene. If I were to say anything about it, because your emotions are super raw. It's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So, and it gives the dimension that it makes you a child that loves your mother.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what's beautiful about that
Yeah,
situation.
I always go back to that. That's why I always become emotional because I'm a mama's boy, through and through. And I don't know how to.
Are you the favorite?
Well,
Are we gonna
I'm
claim
the
it?
youngest. I can claim that.
Claim it.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't.
Sorry, siblings.
My mom wouldn't say it, but it's obvious naman. Yeah.
So this movie is gonna come out on November 12th.
Right.
What takeaway do you want the audience to take from this?
A lot. Oh gosh. Your family is your lifeline. Your family will be there through tough times, through the good times. It's important for us to show love and affection while we still can, because we'll never know when the other person is gonna go. You have to learn how to forgive and also be humble enough to ask for forgiveness, because life is short and it's important for us to do away with all the negative energy around us, all the bitterness or hurt or pain, because time is of the essence. You will definitely appreciate your family after watching this film, your loved ones, because as much as they are your lifeline, they're the ones that make you whole. And in our society, in our culture, family is the most important unit of society. So it'll definitely make you appreciate your family even more, and will make you think what else you can do to make it better, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. You have to learn how to be sensitive to the people, to your loved ones' needs. And there are so many takeaways. I mean, I won't get ahead of myself. I wouldn't even tell you what you should feel after that, but it's very experiential. It's an in-your-face kind of story, and you'll definitely not just relate with any of it, but the whole story itself, because it happens in real life. Just brace yourself and make sure to bring a box of tissue.
Wow, it's playing in my head right now, actually, because I could definitely relate to this
Yeah.
movie. Is there anything you want to tell, not only your fans, but our solid Filipino brothers and sisters about how they can relate what's going on in our society and the movie?
As much as our family is our lifeline, there's that sense of belongingness that we have to feel for ourselves. Never isolate yourself. Never isolate yourself. I believe in the saying that no man is an island, and because that can be the start of you spiraling down. You have to appreciate your family, and that's what this movie gives.
We wouldn't even be here in the first place kung naalagaan siya ng tama. Anong pinupunto mo? Ano sa tingin mo? Diretsuhin mo ako.
Huwag na tayo magsisihan. Focus tayo sa pagpapagaling kay Mama.
As much as it happens in real life, all the raw emotions that we felt through the process of the shoot, it happens in real life. So you just have to watch the film for you to be able to realize and understand, whatever life is throwing at you, how you can react to it, and how you can be better as a family member. I guess I don't know if it answered your question.
Absolutely. So perhaps we can invite our Bilyonarios out there.
All right, mga Bilyonarios out there, this is Piolo Pascual inviting everyone to please watch Meet, Greet, and Buy exclusively in theaters coming on November 11 and November 13 and onwards in the different parts of the world. This is brought to you by Star Cinema. It stars Joshua Garcia, Bel Mariano, Juan Carlos, The Diamond Star, Maricel Soriano, directed by Kathy Garcia Sampana. It's a family. It's a movie for everyone. It's rated G, so you can bring the whole household, and definitely bring a box of tissue.
We definitely will. Thank you so much, Piolo, for chatting with us and being real with us.
Of course, always.
Gusto ko lang naman kung masaya sa mga huling araw ko. Masama ba yun?
great package, Ferdi.
Thank you so much. Thank you, PJ or Piolo Pascual, for chatting with us.
You heard him bring a box of tissues when
I
you
almost
go watch this movie.
I just now during
I
this
teared
interview.
up.
That was a very beautiful interview. But tomorrow on the Daily Dish, we'll have music photojournalist Nina Sandejas and childbirth doula to the stars, Irina Otmakova. Catch that conversation live at noon only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And of course, what we love to do before we end the show, Christmas countdown in 3, 2, 1.
43 days to go before Christmas. It's coming in fast. And that's it for us today, Wednesday, November 12th. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal. Lontoc. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's the Daily Dish. Served.